Yes, sir. Chat. What's going on? How we feeling? How we feeling? Chat. We back. I'm trying to make sure the sound is right. I'm trying to make sure the sound is right. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Tools. Tools. Tools in the chat. Tools in the chat if you can hear me. Let me see. For your breaks. Overlay. Is the mic okay? Tools. You probably can't even switch the mic when you get to the screen, huh? How we feeling today though, chat? Tools. Is the audio clear? Tools. How we feeling, chat? We straight? Tools, the audio clear? All right, I got a feeling we should be straight. Let's get into this Mind the Game pod live reaction. Boom. All right. Clear them all. Okay, the truth about Kevin Durant's next experience. LeBron James and Steve Nash, Mind the Game pod. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in. We're doing live reactions on this channel too. Yeah. Look like playoff sets. It's more space for you, my dog. Yeah, more space for you to cook. No, for real. That's a fact. Yep. Just to see what you're gonna do. Just to see what you're gonna do. Yeah. This is why I love KD, bro, because he's so honest. One, for sure, like he honest as hell, but he also gonna put a name on that shit too. Like he ain't just gonna say no speculation that's gonna have you thinking like, oh, who we was talking about? He like, no, man, if you put Jokic on him, hey man, slow feet. Hey. Not even gonna pay attention to you, no dog. Yeah, that's true. Especially middies. Boom, boom. Too much. Yeah, sometimes it burn too much clock though. For real, for real. Mm, yeah. Downhill attack, leaning on you. Yeah, and spacing. Mm-hmm. Bro, when you can hold that ball, when you can hold that ball, where was he at? Like when you can hold that ball right here, no matter who the big is, bro, you got to be able to play close enough, especially if this big got a shot. If this big can shoot, you got to be this damn near automatic 2 points. When this space clear, he able to just go up. So when you got screeners, cutters, and the focal point is being SGA trying to forcefully get the ball up top, that's when you open up all these areas for those backdoor screen cuts and those pop out side chain threes. That turns Hartenstein almost to like a Draymond type. Huh. Come on. Catch it up top. Spread. Come on. And Chet was right there too for the cleanup. Choo. Boom. Come on. And you're gonna need that in the playoffs. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Facts. Because that's true what Kevin just said. Like they got to come in with the league, meaning that there's limited time for the development stages. If you was watching Ant Edwards when he his last part of the docuseries that he's shooting, he said this the first time in 3 years he can actually work and get his bag better. So that means in 3 years he was just downloading and going into the motions for the next season, not being able to actually prepare. But now you got to take some time to actually get your body right. So that's to the point of like you got to come in with that. It's also a field thing too, for real. Honestly. Mm-hmm. Slow it down. Get your team back in check. Mm. Out of body. Out of body. Shout out OB, bro. Shout out to OB, Brody. Mm. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Pat, pat, pat. You gotta maximize it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For real. Appreciate all the likes and the follows on the channel. It's it's so crazy because what Brown was talking about, being that lob threat, if your point guard, you notice every time he come off, it's just tendencies. Like every time I roll, he always throw me a good lob. Okay, this is a shooter. And every time me and him in the action, he always throw me a good backdoor cut. He always throw me a good. So those tendencies are super important. So you know how to play off, you know how to kick to the corner because it's a rhythm game, especially as you just go higher and higher in tiers of like the professional level because everybody's good. It's just those small moments. Mm-hmm. And that's a one-on-one for Siakam. Spacing. Huh. Yeah. That's a fact. One-on-one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it lean more into spacing too, as well. Yeah. He just probably got to add some more to his bag. I think he's got to add more to his bag to be more aggressive. Because you don't want to be scrambling. You want to be going to things that you know work. You know? Yeah, that's true. And you still won the game. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't abandon the system now, for sure. Don't abandon the system now. Steve, man. Steve, bro. Hmm. Come on. So why not trust your team? Why not trust your guys, man? Yeah. S- Sometimes you gotta go that. Cause you look like Cause like those major meltdowns or those major teams fall apart when they get to those high pressure moments like the playoffs and they lose a game one or they barely pull it out and then they just abandon their whole system. It's like we come on, bro. It's like you just fall apart because for the last 8 months, y'all been playing and operating like this. This been y'all system. And when you change that, everybody can't play on the fly. Everybody can't play on the fly. How KD fell in love with the game. Hmm. Yeah. What you do with your time is important, man. Fire. That's fire. That little things go a long way, bro. Those steps though to actually get here, and we're talking about 18 to 20 plus 28 years later. That come on, man, he's still been able to do what he love. Who would have known? He wasn't. Come on. Hmm. That's crazy. KD favorite player was VC. That's not even crazy for the time though. It was either like a Mike, Kobe, Brian, T Mac fan. For real. Like during that time, but then you had your special picks like the VCs and the shit like that though. But like them was the ones, bro. They got people out their seats. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because she got that emotional effect on you. Got that emotional effect on you for sure. Bob just gotta do whatever she can to hype you up, Yeah, yeah. hmm Community super important, bro. That community super important. That's fire, bro. hmm Follow and do what you love. You'll never know where it take you, man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they've been doing this shit for 28 years, 20 plus years, bro. Like, come on, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's like all levels of anything too. And certain shit, the barrier entry is not that much. So you don't have to be as obsessive or as, calculated to get to where you're going. But certain things where it's when the pickings is slim and it's only a few select people and it's high stakes games, you gotta be and everybody wanting to do it. Think about it. It's billions of people making music. It's billions of people playing basketball. There's billions of people. So you gotta be a extra step level, extra above it. Mm, mhm. True. Cause then you gotta find out if this really what you love. It might be another sport, it might be another topic, it might be another conversation, it might be another interest. What you really love. Because certain things, when you really love it, when you really have that passion for it, you willing to give more extra time to it. You willing to roll out of bed and be like, hey, I ain't going to work. You feel me? I'm doing what I love. So you feel me? No matter what come with it, let's do it. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Gotta let them develop. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, that actually is crazy in the human anatomy how fast that actual change is though, right? Like you're talking about, like he said, 12 to 18-month process of whether that just be in school. So you gotta think about it. High school is 4 years. That's 48 months. In 48 months, you go from probably 13, 14 years old to being a grown adult expected to handle real life. Absolutely insane. Yeah. Every moment fleeting right now. True. The media, social expectations, sports athlete. That's true. That's true. Because it's kind of Brown fault too, and the fact that well, media in general, but everybody from 14 up, like once you get a little bit of good, once you get a little spotlight on you, it's it's a wrap for the next 24 years. If you're good enough and great enough to be in a position like Kevin Durant and LeBron James, you're going to be talked about. Wemby lasts till this age, he's going to be talked about from when they heard about him at 16 when he was the biggest one until he got drafted at. So it's like, man, yeah. For real, don't compromise at all, bro. And that's why we respect and appreciate you, Sniper. Sniper. Brown ain't gonna say no names, but my nigga KD is saying name. KD is saying name. Yeah, Especially when the average career in any professional sport is 3 to 5 years. You double that. Okay, you played 10 years. That's also a great Hall of Fame worthy if you're worthy enough for, you feel me, the people to bless you with those honors. But when a 3 to 5 year career is your career in majority of sports, shit, man, it's hard to say who took advantage of who didn't take advantage because it's still all new in relative perspective to everybody. This the first time really somebody been playing 22 years, bro. For real. How do we get there? How many shots a quarter? Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. In the media too. I'm locked in for these 18 months. 12. Mm-hmm. Nah, for real. That's true. That's true. That's a great point. Yeah. Because you gotta be able to piece it up. Like this shit ain't gonna be sections. You ain't gonna have a straight run to success. You ain't gonna have a straight run to your whatever your destination or your pipeline is. But you gotta slowly and incrementally get better, but also revamp, reinvent yourself, and reapproach it sometimes. Yeah, that's a fact. Because if it don't matter to you, then you're not gonna care. You're not gonna care if it don't matter to you. 19 years, bro. Supersonics. Who remembers Supersonics KD? Who remembers Supersonics KD, bro? Supersonics KD. D-Lo? Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah, bro. I see you, Lo. Supersonics KD. Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, cause for them, once you don't live up to that standard you set on yourself, like Katie said, re-signing that contract, we don't want to resign or you don't want to recommit, and you love the game, the passion, the music, the craft so much, you're willing to walk away at that point because you know that you're not committing or putting your best effort forward. And when you really care about pushing the needle forward, not just for yourself and accolades, because yeah, you got all the money in the world, but it's about making that legacy and that stamp for yourself. Like, what's my name and what's the people around me gonna be able to say about the work that I did? So when you really in love with it, and it's that fallback period, or I don't want to re-sign that contract or recommit to myself in the process, and you love it so much, I think you easily be able to step away from it at that point because you're like, I'm I'm not giving them my all anymore. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Knowing that you gave it your all, even if you failed, you would definitely sleep okay. Compound them over time. Yeah. So you got to prepare your whole life. You got to prepare your whole day. You got to prepare your whole energy for that. You can't. Oh, for real, bro. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And most don't. And that's okay too. Yep. That that's why the Miami Heat kept Udonis Haslam around for 4 to 5 extra years, and he probably got 10 million, good relationships, a better face card. He could probably go coach somewhere and help a team out at any time because he put in enough work, and people see that he was able to not only recommit himself to the process but also get the other guys to buy in. You know? Yeah, yeah. It's a finality to it. Yeah. Yeah. And he said, I got 50,000 of them joints. You didn't think I had 100 night? I got 50,000 of them joints. So you think I had a night where I went off for 100? Come on, man. Come on, man. I got 50,000 of them joints, man. You don't think I had a night where I went off for 100, buddy? Come on, man. 50,000 points. You don't think I scored 100 before we won the game? Come on, man. Yeah. They write you off. They used to write. Yeah. Yeah, they write you off. Mm-hmm. They write you off, Brody. Yeah. and and it's not because it's not because of, yeah, it's parts to how great you are. It's how you recovered and how you showed, you feel me, to still be disciplined enough to actually take that next step, and people not diminish your greatness after you had an Achilles tear. That's what the biggest thing is, because majority of the times people have them where they going into a big contract year and they damn near get wrote off. Yeah, that's true too, bro. They can't do nothing. Elevation. That's true though. Imagine you've been doing something for 25 years and you can't do it no more for a whole year. And then after all that, you got to recommit. Mm, damn. And those come from the legs. Yeah. 'Cause those come from the legs. Damn. Yeah. But it's good to be on the other side of it. But boy, when you looking at it, mm-hmm. Yo, your interest, what you do. Mm-hmm. You know how to rehab better so you can prevent a lot of the bullshit. That's true. But sometimes you need those forks in the road, bro. That's probably the most talk. That's probably the most talked about. Yeah, that's true. Mm, yeah, that's a fact. But you also got to know who riding with you. They was hooping too, bro. They was really hooping, bro. Bro, they was really hooping, bro. That's a fact. That's crazy, bro. Kyrie, James Harden, and KD, bro. With Steve Nash coaching. Yeah, that was his first years too. Like his first, second years coaching. Super coach is a super therapist. Fucking super therapist. You got to be a super therapist in the locker room, and then you got to also be the player personnel coach, and you got to be the PR manager because you've been in the position. You got to be the players coach, and then you talk about a guy that's probably in his second year, second year coaching at the time. It's crazy, bro. That's so absolutely insane, bro. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And I only think it's that way because of again, is Katie fought a little bit because the only time that on paper we looked at it and said that's gonna work and it actually worked was him going to the Warriors. That's the that's really the only time we looked at it on paper and said it worked. Did this look like the team and it actually worked? The Miami, the Heatles, when they first got together, they lost. Boston, four when they first got together, they lost. People didn't know Kobe and Shaq was gonna be that crazy. Of course, after you win one, the expectation is there to win more, whatever. But the initial, like from the actual trade to like the the year later win the championship, the only thing that we said on paper, oh, the Warriors, that worked. And it worked. That's the only one. Yeah. And it's disheartening too when you putting your all into it. Facts. That is a fact, bro. That's true. Experience for sure. You don't know what's gonna happen, but shit, let's go. Come on. it's gonna be so many ups and downs that if you harp on one big or one small moment, that it can totally derail the whole season. And if the star players on that bull, then it just trickles down. The truth about Kevin Durant's Brooklyn Net experience, LeBron James, Steve Nash, Mind the Game podcast. W episode, W episode, part 3 and 4. That's crazy. We definitely need KD back. Shout out to bro. Yeah. Oh, 55, 40, 90 club. You damn near shooting 60% for the whole season. Damn. Mm. Shout out to the Minor Game Podcast, W episode. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Daquan, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. We're going over to Twitch. Same same username. Please subscribe for more content. I'll see you on the next time. Much love. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.